A new Chivalry 2 patch has dropped very recently, and I thought it was time to show you guys, if you haven't played the game in a while, maybe, just maybe, it is time to get back into it. So, the reason why we're looking at this is because they're not just celebrating Chivalry Medieval Warfare's 10th anniversary. 10 years of Chivalry, but we get to see some new content and some teases for some good old classics if you've played Chivalry Medieval Warfare. Of course. So, let's get right to it. Update 2.6 is here. And this is the reinforced update. The one that they talked about, the one they were dropping, the Tenosian invasion. They were talking about this update in particular, as it was going to be kind of game-changing and adding some console fixes. And we're going to take a look at the roadmap at the end of this video, so you get to know exactly kind of what's missing, what they're still working on, what we don't have in the game yet, and what we will see soon. So, without further ado, let's get into the juicy stuff. If you want to read the whole article yourself that we have right here, be sure to check the description. I will put a link there to the whole article, so you can see everything, you can read everything. If you feel like I don't go over it in too much detail, I'm going to go over the most important juicy bits. Now, one of the big things about the Game Pass about Chivalry 2 is that it's coming out on Game Pass. And this is kind of huge. If you're a console player, PC player, whatever you play Chivalry 2 on, the game being on Game Pass is amazing. That means more people, more players, and of course, more meat for the grinder. Now, this is pretty insane. I can't believe Chivalry made it to Game Pass. Awesome. Great work, TornBanner and Tripwire Interactive. Keep this up. This is good momentum for the game, and we need that. And the King's Edition, a new addition to Chivalry 2. So if you want to look like a king, this is it. So if you haven't bought Chivalry 2 yet, you can get the King's Edition. And it comes with some extra bonuses. And you might say, hey, Turtle, I already own the game. Can I get these nice cosmetics myself? And yes, you can. From any normal game, if you have it already, you can upgrade it to the King's Edition. If you're on consoles, it's not out yet. It's going to be coming soon. So hopefully we will see that soon for you guys on console. But in the King's Edition, you get Rebel King's armor and war helmet, Phaedrid's Aegis armor on war crown, Duke Talon and Krala of Bridgetown shields. And if you look at the image here, they look pretty good. I really like the look of the Mason one, personally. It looks awesome. And I like that they have a surrender flag. Live to fight another day with this novelty item added to your spawn inventory. So if you're spawning, you can have a white flag. So if you feel like you're being defeated, you can wave your little white flag. And you won't be killed. Hopefully. Somebody will probably still break the Geneva Convention and still kill you. But yeah, you get 1,000 crowns and 5,000 gold. Crowns are like the premium currency in Chivalry 2, so you can buy like items. You don't want to grind to make the gold, you could just, I want this one, I want that one, I want this one. I'm grabbing everything. I'm out of crowns. Now I use my gold. And the gold is like the in-game currency that you can make while playing the game, so you can buy items. So in theory, you don't have to buy any premium currency, but it's nice that this edition comes with some. So if you feel like you want to buy some exclusive stuff, you can do that. And yeah, the pricing. If you haven't bought this already, Chivalry 2, you can get this for $59.99 US or local equivalent, wherever country you are, whatever currency you use. Here we go, we get a new map, Hippodrome. This looks like a jousting map, where you like joust people. It looks really cool. After the fall of the bulwark at Bowden, many masons who were unable to retreat were captured and held prisoner in Ascandir. The sound of cheering Tenosian spectators wishing for a good show and their deaths. The Masons must prove that they will not be taken down for sport. Fight on horseback and prove your faction's might. This is pretty cool. It's like a gladiator arena for the Tenosians. And we get a new weapon, the guitars. These look awesome. Assassin's Creed much? I feel the vibe. They look sick. Oh. And I'll show you some gameplay they have in the trailer. It looks solid. I like the look of them. They look cool. They have some cool skins for them. I like the last one. Looks like a claw. It looks very interesting. And it's the first dual-wielded weapon in the game, which is kind of interesting. We haven't had a lot of dual wields. I feel like they should take some inspiration from their Deadliest Warrior. If you ever played Chivalry Deadliest Warrior, they had a lot of dual-wield weapons, and you could throw one weapon as a Viking, and you could still use a sword, and that was really cool. The guitars had like they have some unique properties according to the document here. And the weapon requires high precision and much practice. Aim well during your ambushes. And the guitars operate under the same counter rules seen in spears. Stab input will counter a guitar slash and stab attack. The special is quick and has a chance of hitting an opponent twice. So this seems like a dream for somebody that jumps on somebody. You use the special boom boom, twice hit. When inputting jab, players wielding guitars will headbutt instead of a standard weapon jab. Seems like a good way of doing it. Slash, stab, and overhead attacks of the guitars will not cause the opponent to flinch when you successfully land a hit. Now, not flinching is a pretty big thing. If you're not flinching, that means that if you have an attack, that will still go through. So, no flinching means you gotta watch out using these. You gotta watch out. New to Notion, customization for Vanguard and Knight. They kind of needed more customization. They had very small amounts of stuff to customize with, and this is good to see. A new helmet, look at that. I like the last looking one, looks pretty mean. Some new clothing fashion. I like fashion. You like fashion? We all like fashion. Ooh, look, that must be the Knight. That looks mean. That looks mean. I like the look of this one. New Mounted Warfare matchmaking queue. Oh, you can search for matchmaking with horses, and apparently some people don't like horses because you can also now know Horse to Notion maps, which is kind of nice too, because sometimes those horses, some people that are good on horses, you know who you are. You can dominate, like seriously dominate. Halloween returns. Wear a pumpkin on your head or throw a pumpkin at your enemies. New map TDM Desert, as well as TO Dark Forest and Team Objective Rodhelm Siege with horses and TDM Wardenglade with horses. All are all decorated for spooky season. Halloween would run from October 18th to November 1st. For more information about all of the features, content, and improvements that arrive with this update, please check out the full patch note here. This seems cool. We have a lot of cool stuff coming, and I can't wait to see it in action. Also, in the trailer, we're going to take a look at it right now actually, they kind of teased this map. If you played Chivalry Medieval Warfare, you might recognize this place. And when I saw this, when I can't go full screen. Okay, that's okay. We'll just zoom in post. When I saw this, I was like, interesting. And what I mean about this is that this map was in Chivalry Medieval Warfare. It had this wooden bridge with like a little like you can knock rocks down the mountain so they roll down and kill people. And I think there were some wooden logs as well that would slap against people. I don't remember. It's been a long time. But this map is really cool. And maybe you can even siege that castle. That would be even cooler. So we have some stuff coming. Now let's quickly look at the actual roadmap of Chivalry 2 so you can get an idea of what's happening here. Okay. So we are already on 2.6. Right here. We are here right now. We've just done this patch. And they haven't teased what's up next, but something is coming. What we can do is that we can look at over here, this thing here, what they are working on, which is still sad to see, but cross-platform parties still hasn't made it into the game. I was kind of crossing my fingers that the reinforced update would get this to work. Hopefully it's going to be soon. Oh man, it's a shame. I really hope they would be getting this into the reinforced update. Oh, here we go. Oh. Their goal was quarter 2 2022. I don't know what quarter you think we're in right now. But it's not quarter 2. Snow biome. That's cool. Snow biome. I like the look of that. Snow is cool. Blood on Snow. Yes, very, very nice. PogChamp. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 cross-party support. Still not in. Damn it. TornBanner, I believe in you. You can do this. I feel like every time we have an update video on the updates, this is still here. Unofficial server support, this is going to be pretty big. Having your own little server, that is going to be cool. So you can host your own stuff, have some fun. Not when you use tournaments. I've seen somebody do tournaments. You might have seen SOTER Dave. He does tournaments. Sometimes he hosts some of these tournaments and they have to just use some servers and it seems complicated, but unofficial server support will solve that problem, and the competitive scene of Chivalry 2 will flourish, we can hope, and much, much more. So the actual roadmap here, there isn't too much to talk about. Hopefully you found this useful. If you did, be sure to click that notification that comes up here, like and subscribe, and if you haven't already, leave a comment. What do you think about what's going to happen with Chivalry 2? What are you hoping for? And if you made it this far in the video, put down a comment, golden pineapple at the end of your comment, or just in the comment somewhere. And I've been the Hurricane Turtle. Hopefully you enjoyed me going through the update, and if you did, you have a good day. Until next time, bye bye.